The big question is, are we already in a recession or is it still coming? What's going to happen in 2023? I'm going to share with you what I think, but also why it's important to study downturns in the market and how we can come out ahead. I'm Kyle Kargas, real estate agent, investor, and something else. I'm Kyle Kargas, real estate agent, investor, and entrepreneur, and I'm here to share my knowledge with those that want to grow their wealth. So like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Let's start off with what indicators are. Economic indicators are parts of the market that we can study that will signal to us what's happening on a broader scale. The first one we need to be aware of is GDP, gross domestic product. That is how much as a whole the United States produces, product, service, everything. And we can look at that number quarter over quarter to find out if the economy is expanding or is it contracting and getting smaller. If it contracts for 2 quarters in a row, it's generally accepted that we're in a recession.
Somebody going to say, he could probably fit a whole quarter up his nose. That is a lie. Wait. Oh my.
According to that indicator. Next, we're going to look at indicator number 2, unemployment. Obviously, unemployment is a bad thing. So as that goes up, that's not good for the economy.
It's not good.
Poor, bad.
In fact, the higher unemployment is, the more likely we are in a recession. And the converse is true. When unemployment goes down, we are less likely in a recession. This one's pretty straightforward. To follow that, let's look at inflation as an indicator. Is inflation high or is it low? As the economy is doing really well, things get more expensive. People are more and more willing to spend their money and buy more stuff, thereby creating inflation. As that number gets too high, that does tend to indicate or signal that a recession might be coming.
Everybody panic! Oh my God!
And the last indicator I'm going to go over is going to be the stock market. As we all know, in the Great Depression, the stock market came tumbling down. It is directly linked to what people feel is going to happen in the future. If there is uncertainty and they don't have confidence in what's going to happen in the market, it's going to go down. So as a recession is happening, the stock market usually comes crumbling down.
Now, here's my everything's okay alarm. This will sound every 3 seconds unless something isn't okay.
Using these different indicators, we're able to get a really good picture on whether we are in a recession or if it's right around the corner. They can trigger a recession or they can spur great economic growth. For example, that one time we were all locked in our homes for 2 weeks, a month, 6 months, and it was all about everybody's health. Well, it's kind of hard to produce a lot and have a really high GDP for your country when everyone's locked indoors.
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
Consider the Olympics. People from all over the world are going to be spending money in all sorts of different industries. Travel, food, hospitality, etc. This is going to have a large effect on many different countries' economies. Scaling it back from a global perspective to national, a country's economic policy and who's the leader or president can have a great effect on whether the economy gets a boost or declines.
I remember popping this in the PS3, putting on some early Drake, and just blasting fools.
Barack, this game was the best part of your presidency.
That turn.
Changes in laws, regulations, all of these are tools that policymakers use to purposely try to grow or shrink the economy. In fact, we are seeing monetary policy happening right now in the United States with the Fed and other countries trying to control inflation. And it's leaving a mark on the economy. House values have been dropping, jobs in the tech industry have been disappearing, and the stock market is becoming unstable. Now, what do I think is going to happen? Well, when I look at these economic indicators, I see that the GDP has gone up and down. The most recent quarter actually went up. So according to GDP, we are not in a current recession right now. Unemployment is doing actually quite well still, although some companies have started to lay off people. Analyzing inflation, it has been quite resiliently strong to where we see the Fed constantly trying to raise their rate to put downward pressure. That indicates a strong market. And lastly, the stock market is being quite volatile. So you can see people's confidence in the market isn't quite there. They're not sure what the Fed is going to do and what the market is to bring. Reviewing the global economic, political conditions, they're all having a big effect on the economy. However, in this moment, it is not what the people are worried about. It is not what people are basing their decisions on whether they're going to go out and spend money or not. My opinion is that we will be in a recession by the end of 2023. I do think we're going to get more unemployment.
Oh, hell no!
I think we're going to have more than 2 quarters in a row of GDP going down. I think you're going to see the stock market lose a lot of its value. And on top of that, I think house values are going to continue to drop until they need to spur the economy and lower interest rates.
I refuse. No!
But until then, we're in for a ride. Now, being a real estate agent, investor, and entrepreneur, I have my opinions, but I'm not an economist. What you might like to know is that the World Economic Forum did a survey of economists, and 2/3 of them also agreed that we are going to be in a recession in 2023. Go do your own homework, click on the next video, like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.